Hey, how's it going? My name is Gabby. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be doing my October TBR. I can't believe Halloween season is here. October is my favorite month of the year and we're finally getting to it. I could not be more excited, can you tell? I painted my nails kind of orange, which is like a color that I've never tried before, but I kind of like it. Got the Halloween shirt on, I've got the candles lit, everything is ready to go. And in October, I have so many exciting reading plans and I actually need your help with deciding some things for me. But before we do jump into that, I wanted to let you know about some BookTube news. So the live show for The It Girl by Ruth Ware is going to be happening on October 1st at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, and it's going to be simultaneously streamed on my channel and Kayla's channel at the same time. We're trying something different. It's going to be really cool, I think. The Literally Dead Book Club and the BookTube are combining into one live show. I think it's going to be really exciting, and me and Kayla are also going to be joined by Kat and Naomi for this live show, so it's going to be a full house. I think it's going to be so much fun, so make sure you don't miss it. I'll have it linked down below so you can save the link. And then for October, for the BookTube, we're going to be reading Just Like Home by Sarah Gailey, which I am so excited about this. We're sticking with the house on the cover theme with the BookTube for this one. This is one that I'm just super intrigued by, you know, because it does say on the inside here that it's perfect for fans of Netflix's The Haunting of Hill House as well as HBO's true crime masterpiece I'll Be Gone in the Dark. So like those are two things that I'm a pretty big fan of. I'm really excited to check this one out, even though it's been getting mixed reviews, but look at this cover, it's stunning, it's beautiful. I can't wait to read it in October, and then towards the end of October, we'll be having the live show for this one, and I'll be joined by Mandy over from Mandy's Morgue of Horror for this BookTube live show. And again, I'll have Mandy's channel linked down below so you can go and check her out. She's one of my favorite like horror creators on the internet. She not only does a lot of like horror with books content, but she does a lot of like horror movie kind of content as well. It's super fun, so definitely check her out. And then I'm also so excited to announce the November BookTube pick, which was voted on by my Patreon. Once again, I had them vote on these three selections here. These were the options that they could vote on, and it was a really close tie. I'm not even kidding. It was only 1% between two of these books, because the books And Then I Woke Up and Jackal were so close. Like, I was not sure which one was going to take it, but it turns out that Jackal ended up winning for the month of November, which I could not be more excited about because this is one of my most anticipated books of the year, and I have very high hopes that this one could be a new favorite, so that's the reason why I'm so excited it ended up winning the poll to be a BookTube pick. This book is publishing October 4th, so it is publishing very soon, and just the basic premise of this one, it says a young black girl goes missing in the woods outside her white Rust Belt town, but she's not the first and she may not be the last. It's watching. What the heck? It sounds so cool. This one's kind of more on like the thriller, mystery, horror side of things, so I think it'll be a perfect, you know, pick for the BookTube. Then I'm also so excited to announce that the co-host who's going to be joining me in November is actually going to be Bree from Locked Booktition, and I'm so excited to finally have Bree on my channel. I feel like I've been seeing her content around quite a bit this year. I've been getting into her channel, and she's such a fun person. Like, she's literally so bubbly and she brings so much to every conversation, and I'm so excited to have her on my channel and to have her discuss this book with me. I hope it's something that we both end up enjoying, and I'm really looking forward to reading this book in November. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I hope it's so good. So now that the BookTube news is done, I have a few different reading vlogs in October that I'm going to be working on that I've been kind of talking about for a lot this year, so I feel like you kind of know what I'm going to be working on. But I've been talking about all year how in the month of October I want to do a reading vlog dedicated to reading classic horror books that I have not got around to yet. And so I just kind of have a stack of some books that I'm thinking that I might get to, and so I would love your help in deciding which books you think that I should prioritize, just because realistically I'm probably only planning on doing about 4 books for the video, maybe 5, but some of the ones that I have are Dracula, which, you know, this cover is just absolutely stunning. Like, I love this edition so much, and this book is on the lengthier side, so that's why I'm kind of nervous to read this one, but I'm excited. You know, I bought this book solely for the reason to read it for this vlog, so this one's almost definitely gonna be included in that reading vlog. Then I also have some other books, like Jaws is one that I would like to read for the classic horror video. I know that this one probably would have worked better for like a summer themed horror video, but you know, I wanted to save it because it is a classic. I also do have Frankenstein that I've never read that I love this little like edition copy that I bought. I think it's so freaking cute, and so this is definitely one that I want to prioritize in October. I also have The Picture of Dorian Gray. I've heard from so many people that this is more of like a gothic just kind of like creepy story, but it's not necessarily like horror, so I don't know if it would fit into the classic horror video, but I still have this as an option of something I might read for that video. And then I also have some books like Joyland by Stephen King, and then a Ghost Story by Peter Straub, and I feel like it would actually be perfect probably to read Ghost Story because I've actually never read anything by Peter Straub, and I know that he actually recently just passed away, which is really unfortunate, but I feel like maybe it would be a good time to read this book. And this book is over 500 pages, so I'm a little bit nervous about the length of this one, but this one does sound really interesting. I've honestly like never really heard anybody talking about this one very much. The premise of this one just sounds really interesting because it takes place in a town in New York, and it follows 4 old men who gather to tell one another stories, some true, some made up, and all of them frightening. But one story is coming back to haunt them and their small town, a tale of something they did long ago, a wicked mistake, a horrifying accident, and they are about to learn that no one can bury the past forever. So it sounds like it's going to be really, you know, unique and really interesting. And then to be honest, I'm now second guessing whether Joyland is even technically horror or not, because since it's one of the hard case crime books, I'm thinking maybe it's more of like a crime thriller and not as much of a horror. I mean, on the back here, it does say Joyland is at once a mystery, a horror story, and a bittersweet coming of age novel. So like, I don't know, but if you think I should include Joyland in a classic horror books video, then, you know, let me know because I'm definitely open to reading this one. So yeah, I guess I would love your opinion on which horror books I should be prioritizing for a classic horror books reading vlog. I'm also considering, you know, a few other options that I might get from my library, like We've Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson. That's definitely one that I'm considering. And then also like The Exorcist. I know I've been told by a lot of people to read the book The Exorcist, that's like the classic. And so there's a lot of things that I'm considering and that are up in the air, so I'd love your opinion on which ones you would like to see prioritized. And then kind of the other video that I teased that I'm going to be doing in the month of October is going to be the Reading Your Horror Recommendations, which is a video that I've done for the last 2 Octobers now. It's kind of like my staple, like favorite video to make in October because I love getting horror recommendations from you, and I've discovered some of my personal new favorite horror books of all time from doing these videos, and so I'm planning to do at least one video of reading your horror recommendations in October. And by far the book that has been recommended the most to me so far is Pen Pal, so this is for sure going to be included in that reading vlog, but for now I will keep the rest of the TBR kind of a mystery. But another thing that I would love your help in deciding, because what I'm trying to figure out right now currently is that I have so many books that I want to do for the classic horror video, and I have so many books that I want to do for the Reading Your Horror Recommendations video, and so I'm trying to decide if I should do 2 parts to either one of those, because I don't think I'm gonna have enough time in October to do 2 parts to each video, if you know what I mean. There's probably like an extra week of time in October where I could do a part 2 to one of those videos, so I would love to know if you'd rather see 2 reading vlogs in the month of October that's dedicated to reading classic horror books, do like a part 1 and a part 2, or I would love to know if you'd rather have a part 1 and a part 2 of reading your horror recommendations. That way I could get to more of the books on the list. So like realistically per video, I only read about 4 to 5 books, but then if I did a part 2, I would be able to get to like 8 to 10 books. So I guess just let me know if you would rather see the classic horror books as 2 separate videos, or if you'd rather see me do reading your horror recommendations as 2 separate videos. Because I actually do remember last October, I got so many horror books recommended to me that I ended up doing it in 2 parts. I did one at the end of September and then I did one in October. Yeah, I don't really know yet to be honest, but I do want to try and plan to do 2 vlogs of one or the other, so let me know which you would prefer. And then one romance book that I am planning to read during the month of October is The Dead Romantics. I've heard from so many people that this would be like the perfect romance to read in the month of October because it has to do with like ghosts and there's like paranormal aspects to this, and they also just said it's like really good and really cute. So I feel like this would be the perfect romance book to break up all of the, you know, horror and thriller stuff that I'm going to be reading, because most of my TBR in the month of October leans a lot towards, you know, the horror and thriller things. So if I do need a good break from that stuff, I'm happy to have this one here. And so I'm definitely planning to read this one soon. And then lastly, in October, me and Olivia are hosting the Monster Mash Weekendween Readathon. You know, it's going to be taking place during the last 4 days of October. And I am so freaking excited to be hosting another cute little Weekendween with Olivia. Last year we did Camp Weekendween and it was super fun, and then this year we're doing Monster Mash. I love doing these little Weekendweens as like different themes. I just think it's the most fun thing ever. But if you did miss the announcement, I'll have it linked down below so you can see what all the prompts are and what this readathon's all about. And you know, part of me is wanting to possibly save Frankenstein for the Monster Mash Weekendween readathon because, you know, this book involves a monster, Frankenstein, and I feel like this might be the perfect book to try and read during Monster Mash. So I almost feel like maybe it would be better to read the other books for the classic horror vlog and then save this one from Monster Mash and just do it like that. I don't know, I'm just like completely undecided on how I want to go about that. But one of the books I also really would love to get to during Monster Mash is Secluded Cabin Sleep 6, because this is an art copy that I have and this one goes on sale November 8th. But this is like one of my most anticipated thrillers and I feel like it would make for a really fun reading vlog if I was able to get to this one during Monster Mash, because this one just says a chilling locked room thriller about 3 couples who rent a luxury cabin in the woods and a weekend getaway to die for. And so I feel like, you know, just reading a thriller like this that's like a locked room thriller, it has the woods and the cabin vibes, I feel like this would be perfect for October. So yeah, I just feel like I would love to read this one during Monster Mash, so I feel like I'm gonna try to squeeze this one in. I also know for one of our prompts for Monster Mash is to like either read a spooky manga or to listen to a spooky audiobook. So I'll definitely have to see what's available like closer to the time of this readathon. But I think for now I'm gonna try to get my hands on the Promised Neverland manga, at least for volume 1, because I've been hearing so much about this manga series for so long and everybody says it's like really spooky and really weird and it has creepy kids in it. And so I feel like this might be the perfect manga to do for this readathon. So I'm definitely going to try to check that one out, but if not, I might read, you know, another volume of Death Note or something like that for this prompt. Now, I'm also so excited for my Patreon in the month of October because I'm actually going to be planning 4 different movie nights for the month of October. It's going to be so much fun because, I mean, on October 1st, I already have it scheduled that we're going to be watching My Best Friend's Exorcism together because that one comes out on Amazon Prime very soon. And so I figured October 1st, it would be like the perfect day to kick it off. And so for sure, on October 1st, that night, we're going to be watching My Best Friend's Exorcism together, which I'm so excited. You know, it's like the movie adaptation for the Grady Hendrix book. Like, I can't wait to see how they do this adaptation. But then I also have a few other, you know, things planned. Like, I think we're going to be watching the movies together. It Follows. We're going to be watching The Shining. And then also during Monster Mash Weekendween, Olivia and I are going to be watching this movie called Hell House that I've never seen before. And I'm so scared. And Olivia really wants to see it. So we're going to do it. And so like pray for me, I'm terrified, but I'm so excited to have so many movie nights planned in the month of October for my Patreon. I think it's gonna be so much fun. If you would like to join in on that, the link will be down below for my Patreon. The movie nights are available for my New Romantics tier or higher. Oof! I'm so excited! And you know, as you know, Taylor Swift is also dropping a new album called Midnights in the month of October. So for my Patreon exclusive video for the month of October, it's definitely going to be me and Rachel reacting to the entirety of Midnights with little to no editing. Like, I'm gonna see what I can do with like YouTube and copyright and stuff, but I'm gonna try to do an entire video reacting to the album, and I'm so fucking excited. Like, literally, what? New Taylor Swift music? Let's go! Best October ever! I can't believe it's finally this time of year. You know, I feel like I just wait all year long for October. It's definitely like my favorite time of year. It's like the only month where the leaves are just like orange and red and crispy, you know, because it's already late September as I'm filming this, and you know, the leaves are still mostly green. I feel like fall is hitting super late this year. And so October is like the one time of year where it's like really like nice fall weather. It's like crispy outside. The leaves start changing colors. The leaves start falling. And then I feel like, at least for Washington, you know, where I'm at, by the time it hits November, it feels like fucking winter. Like, it gets cold as shit in November. All the leaves are gone and it's like the trees are bare and then we start getting these ice storms. And so I feel like October is my ideal time to be alive. You know, like, I love October. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you're planning on participating in the book troop pick for the month of October. Let me know if you're planning to participate in Monster Mash Weekendween. I'm so excited. I think as of now, I'm planning on vlogging Monster Mash, obviously, but I think instead of doing daily vlogs, I think I'm gonna do 2 vlogs, kind of like I did for Spring Flingoween earlier this year. I just did 2 days in each vlog. I think that's what I'm gonna plan to do for now. But yeah, I'm so excited for all of the things, and please please do let me know if you'd rather see the extra classic horror or the extra reading your horror recommendations, because I'm open to either one. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll see you very soon with another video. Bye.